What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Where the Locals Skate. I'm your host once again, OG Skate Show. This is a podcast where we get to know local skaters on and off the board. And here with me always, of course, is the Couch Boys. We got Victor Castillo and David Peralta in the house.
What up, everybody?
Nice. Yo.
And today, let's get into the guests today, man. We got Greg Rodriguez, a.k.a. _ Greg Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Thank you for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. First question I ask everybody is, what city are you repping?
East Los Angeles.
East Los Angeles? All right. Is that where you grew up, or is that where you're currently staying?
No, I currently stay in Chino Hills now.
Okay.
But I grew up about maybe 17, 18 years in East L.A.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Is that where you first picked up the skateboard?
Yeah. It was. Well, I was like more in Boyle Heights area because I went to middle school like in the Boyle Heights area.
Mm-hmm.
And then pretty much just went like back towards my like city and started skating around there more.
Okay. How did you get introduced to the skateboard?
So my homie that I played baseball with growing up, he was already skating. He already had sponsors that I didn't know of, obviously.
Yeah.
And he like introduced me to it. He's like, "Oh, have you ever like skated before?" And I was like, "No." Like my brother used to skate, but I never really like thought of it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's like, "Oh, you should come skate with me, blah blah. I have extra like stuff." He was like always sponsored, so he had a bunch of extra stuff.
That's cool.
And I went over to his house and then like skated a bit. It was cool. And then on my birthday is when I first got my own skateboard, and that's when I fully like started skating.
That's dope. That's dope. Do you remember what board it was?
It was a Mike Carroll chocolate board, I think.
Oh.
It was a girl board.
Oh.
Girls too.
Yeah.
I don't know what he skates for.
Did you know who Mike Carroll was at that time?
I did not. Until this day, like I think until like a couple weeks ago, I barely found out who he was.
Really? Yeah. He's actually one of the guys that has to sign my Yeah Right board.
Yeah, it's probably pretty rare to find on the street sometimes. You know, you'll see some rare skaters out there, but you're like, dude, what? Like, for example, you'll run into Nigel or P-Rod on the streets, but those are the like underground legends like Mike Carroll or like, you know, it's hard to find.
No, for sure.
That's dope. That's dope. And right away, did you start standing up on the skateboard? And
yeah, I'm always a quick learner with like things I do.
That's cool.
So it didn't really take me that long to get like control of my board or like started to do like about a week in. Well, the first day I actually got my board, I like tried dropping in, not knowing what I was doing. Took like a slam. I took slams for about. I swear it was like an hour and a half just straight slams and.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's when you know you have the dedication for it, because literally like most kids, maybe that first slam they might put that thing away. You know.
Oh, I seen it happen like firsthand. Like,
oh yeah. Like I've seen kids just they fall, cry, done. Don't even want to look at the thing anymore. You're like, wow, all right. But that's cool, man, because you know that dedication is in us for real. You know, are you goofy or regular?
Goofy
footed?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Did you start off pushing correctly or?
Yeah, honestly, I've never pushed Mongo. The only time I like pushed Mongo was like to get into switch stance.
Yeah.
But then
that's
like,
cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shout out to your homie that was hooking you up though.
Brandon Hernandez, I remember him.
Nice. Shout out to him, man. That's cool.
Who was he writing for and all that?
So at the time, it was like 2013 when I got into it, but he was skating for like Vox shoes.
Oh,
he was
Vox
skating,
was sick.
he was skating for Vox, for Destructo.
Okay.
I used to love those trucks.
I think that's about it that I know of.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool. Oh yeah, and was he part of a skate crew? Did you have a skate crew?
He
growing
did.
up?
Like when I grew up, it was more. Well, me and him went to middle school and like obviously went to middle school for a while, the 3 years, and then we always skated together most of the time. And then he introduced me to the homies at Belvedere where he skated, and that's where I got to know everybody.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, middle school is pretty much where I think I took it more serious, you know, because that's when everybody was like actually trying tricks and not using it just for transportation anymore.
I also feel like in middle school is like that's when you meet the group of friends that you're gonna end up hanging out with through middle school and high school, because like it's like you'll meet the dude that introduces you to skating, music, or art or whatever you're into, and then that's when you kind of just define what group you're gonna go into.
Not if you move from that middle school.
But what's funny is, so we went to different high schools.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
Because he stayed in Boyle Heights and I stayed in East L.A.
Okay.
So I went to Garfield and he went to Roosevelt.
Okay.
The two rival schools in But
But I mean, like, still skating like brought you guys together, and then like, and then kind of defined. Even probably when when you went into your new school, you took that with you, and you met all the skaters right there. Your new school, right?
Yeah.
Sick. How about your skate crew now? Who are you skating with nowadays?
It's random, honestly.
It's random?
Yeah, honestly, like, I never really, unless I go to El Sereno, that's when I see everybody. But
see everybody?
Yeah, most of the time it's Lil Steven Vasquez. I've been skating with him a lot. And
that's cool.
Dorian Ruiz, little homie Dorian.
That's cool.
Just them two most of the
time. I just saw you guys went to his Dorian's graduation, right? I was there. You guys were all like chilling in the bleachers.
Yeah, messing around. Yeah, it took so long, honestly. It was like about 2.5 hours before they called his name because he's in the R's.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was bored.
Hey,
graduations for you, man.
I know how that feels like, but I do the same. I've done the same thing, to start messing around with the homies. But then once the homie comes up, everyone just starts getting hyped.
Everybody's we like seen him like walking up on the stage, and everybody pulled out their phones and like shut up, and we're like,
the weather was pretty nice though. Like
that
it was
day
nighttime,
was
no?
Yeah.
Or was it during?
I mean, we got there. It started at 6, so we got there like 5:50, and then because we knew I was gonna go there like at 5, because then I wasted even like 3.5 hours. But I got there like around 6, and then it was like somewhat hot, but like. It was like cloud, so it wasn't like beaming, so it was nice weather.
I remember like our graduation, dude, they were just waiting right there for their name to be called in the hot sun, just seeing one of the bleachers, and I was like, dude, I feel sorry for the people on that side.
The metal bleachers burn too.
Yeah, for sure. Those are not fun.
That's why I'm glad I went to continuation school. Only 10 of us graduated that year.
We don't promote that, but as long as you finish high school. You know what I mean?
It's like my mom said.
As long as you do it.
It's like my mom said, it still says high school diploma, not continuation school.
That's true.
All right. How about favorite video growing up? Did you have one?
Honestly, I was like never into skate videos. To this day, I don't really watch them, but my first like video was Nija's Fade to Black.
Okay.
And that was like in 2013, 2014 when I seen it.
That's cool.
So you kind of grew up in the generation where it's like skate videos kind of died out and it was more just watching parts on YouTube, right?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Like more video parts on YouTube, like
wow.
But it was weird because like when I first seen that video, I was like, oh okay, like that's what people are doing nowadays. Knowing I didn't know he was like the best skater in the world at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh okay, like I should just learn how to skate like that, and that's where the progression started.
That's what happens, man. That's what kids see nowadays. They think, oh well, that's the norm. I got to do that. That's pretty rad.
Well, definitely, you do make the stuff you do look easy. Sometimes I watch your stuff and I'm just like,
oh yeah.
I don't know how you just get into it like nothing.
It's honestly, it's like sometimes like there's behind the scenes like I'm taking slams. It depends but it's just the board control and like the trust I have in myself. It like that's all it is. Like once you have the board control and the trust in yourself, everything will look like that. Honestly.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
What's your board set up right now?
I have a size 8 board. I think it's a primitive.
Okay.
With grizzly grip. I have Thunders 147s with some Ishod classic Spitfires that are 53.
Sick.
With some Andale bearings.
Andale bearings, huh? Sick. And now I was watching something on YouTube. Do you ride tight trucks or loose trucks?
So I used to skate like super tight, and then I like slowly started loosening it a little bit. It's still tight like to other people, but to me it's like super. It's a big change to me, so I'm like
okay, yeah. Because I was like tripping. I was like, maybe that's the secret. I don't know. Because I mean, I'm a big guy, so if I tighten my trucks, my bushings start blowing out fast. You know what I mean? So I just keep them pretty much almost the way they show up. If they're pretty good, or maybe I have to tweak them a little bit.
Well,
but yeah,
I mean the saying is loose trucks save lives, right?
I don't think so.
I mean,
I've seen some people die on a hill bomb with some loose trucks, and that's not saving their life.
Yeah, too fast of speed wobbles, you're done.
It depends what situation it is. Let's say if you're skating like a 10 stair, and like I've been in situations where like my trucks are too tight, and like I lean this way, and like my trucks are too tight, so like I fall off my board. But if it's loose, it goes.
You got that radius.
Like,
you get turn.
Yeah. That's why I listen to my trucks a little bit more. Like so, I used to always have to land straight.
Right.
And it was so hard for me to get like lines for my video, and now I'm like able to like swerve, maneuver around more. So it does help a little bit more.
Well, like myself, I ride super loose. I don't even have washers on my bushings.
Damn.
Like like I at one point I was riding where you could shake my board like this and my trucks will wobble. And I used to that's why I say bombing hills. If you know how to bomb a hill, you can on trucks like that you can swerve your way out.
No,
Not for me, man.
Yeah,
Not for me.
I don't stick to hill.
Yeah, like I skate like if I'm skating like skate park, usually like more flat ground in my independent trucks because they turn really well. But if I try those independents on my mini ramp, I have too much turn radius. I feel like I'm gonna pinch or like hit my wheels or something. So on the mini ramp, I use Destructo because they don't have that. It's almost like I could go back and forth straight on. I have to worry about turning out. Yeah.
I heard independents have a good turn radius. Never skated independent. I have, but like
these are my first pair, and I enjoy them. I mean, there's I've skated many different trucks, and there's always something that I favored out of it. Maybe not everything was the best, but like, oh, this one turned really well, or this one had a lot of meat on the hangers, so you don't scrape your your kingpin. Your kingpin, so your bolt stays nice and pretty. But yeah, it's just to each his own, Hell yeah. And what about do you prefer a flat bar or round bar?
I'll take a round bar.
You take a round bar?
Yeah, I don't like the
newer generations are all about the round bars.
Flat bars feel so gross to me.
No, I've been a long time ago. I had a friend tell me, he's like, you gotta think of when you get on a square bar, there is no balance because the moment you click over to one side, you can roll out. Yeah. Compared to on a circle bar, even though you're riding like a thin line, you have that freedom to maneuver like this.
I don't want that freedom to maneuver because I feel like I'm gonna slip out. I'm like a heels lock in guy, like I'll lock in on the heels on a flat bar, heel side, like I can't cross lock. I don't do none of that.
Oh, I cross lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to cross lock.
See?
Because there's times where I heel lock and I'm like praying for dear life.
It's like one of those where you just start puckering. You're like, don't flip out, don't flip out.
Like I might look concentrated in my head, but in my head I'm just like, oh my, I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
I could see why a flat bar wouldn't favor a cross locker because you need to be. To me, I feel like you got to be straight up on it.
Yeah.
Instead of having that with the round bar, you have that maneuver where you could fold your board like over it like a taco a little bit,
Well, yeah, it's like you can even ride a round bar kind of side almost like that and still hold it because your wheels are locking you in, right?
Yeah, 100%. And then front feebles are kind of from the side, so like I would not.
I could see why those would be more comfy
I would not
too.
want a front feeble with square rail.
Well, I used to do a Smith grind on the rail outside, and it was tough because you'd hear the wheels going like sliding through it, it's like forcing it. Hell yeah, that's fun, man. All right. Do you have a local skate park that you enjoy?
Lately, I haven't been the local park I usually go to is like El Sereno. It's like my favorite park. But lately, I've been just going around different parks, skating a bunch. Like everything, it's new environment, so it feels good. I'm not stuck into one place. Usually, I'm always like El Sereno, El Sereno, El Sereno. Yeah. But lately, I've been like.
Yeah, I enjoy filming at a new park or especially if they're brand new and you're one of the first people to try to kind of kill it, Yeah. That's always fun.
There's a park in Anaheim I went to for the past 3 days. It's like Manzanita.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
that was so fun.
Dude. You like that one?
It was my first time there on Tuesday and Wednesday.
The transition there is fun. And the street section's fun.
It's so fun.
I saw that clip you posted where I think you had a front feet.
Oh yeah, on the rail.
Yeah. I flip 50'd it, but I was like, I don't think I'm gonna post it because everybody sees me flip 50 and there's no.
Yeah, no, dude, that front feet was fucking gnarly, dude. Because that rail's long.
Dude, crazy. I don't think people understand how long it is until you really see it in person.
Once you go there, and you're just like, dude, this is easily about 30, 40 feet.
Yeah,
it's a good size, man. That thing is crazy. How fun though! That must have been fun when you locked in.
Yeah, it was fun. But I had to wax it a shit ton.
Dude, how do you keep that balance, bro? Is it just you just sit on it?
I don't know. I don't know.
How does that feeling feel to you? What's going through your head when you're just sliding?
Don't lean back. Yeah. Don't lean back because I'm gonna shoot out.
Because when you know that feeling as soon as it's in, it's in. Mm-hmm. It's back in the day with 5.0 grinds and just once you locked in with no tail drag and everything, you're just gliding. It almost felt like you could just go for days if you wanted.
Like front feeble is one of my weaknesses, you know. Like to this day, I can't front feeble like that. I'm like, dude, I see you guys. Like,
nah, it's funny because front feebles are my weakness unless I flip in. I have to flip in order to like lock into a good front feeble.
Jesus,
it's weird. Like there's tricks that I have like front blunts. I can't front blunt unless I big spin in or kick flip in.
Jesus.
It's
That's fucking crazy.
That's a gnarly trick too.
Yeah.
Front blunt.
Yeah, it's a weird one though. I don't know how. Like there's a lot of tricks I have that like are weak points unless I like have to do something crazy.
dude, you pretty much flip into everything like El Torino Hubba, how you like back 180, backside flip,
backside flip, nose grind,
kick flip from blunt. Like
I seen one that was like a short on YouTube where you just kind of pop in. I don't know if you did a flip trick in, but you kind of look at the camera. You're just like. And it's like a little song.
That was my homie. My homie filmed it. It was a hard flip from board, but
I'm
like mid hard flip, I caught it and I already knew I was gonna.
Yeah. So you look at the camera. I'm like, this guy. That shit looks so sick though, because I never take my eyes off of anything if I'm skating. Damn it, you know. You're like, what?
I mean, I feel like sometimes in skateboarding you get so comfortable doing some tricks, and then you're filming. You're like, I'm gonna do like a silly thing, you know. Like I saw a thing with John Fitzgerald the other day. And he had a picture of himself being 6 years old. He was all the way down a big set, but he was going like this. And Faye looking at the camera. But he's in midair all the way down in like a 6 or 7 stair.
It's funny because I wanted to skate the 16 like that, but I don't know if I want to do it, honestly. But like,
if you do it, that'd be sick.
That would be sick. And like
the 16 rail Hollywood?
Yeah.
I think that would get you, even though you did it for fun, it would get you a lot of clout. Because you would have probably made it look so easy.
Oh, yeah, it'd go viral, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just got edited nice and perfect, and you know.
Speaking of the 16, what's the story behind the kickflip from 50 on the 16? How was that about? Like, how was that? How did that happen?
I don't know. Well, I went like years prior with Powell, and then I wanted to like flip 50 to 16 for a while for like when I first like got on Powell, and I was like, I kind of want to.
And you had that trick. That was your trick on lock.
At that time, not really. I didn't have it as good as I do now. But I was like, maybe I want to like throw one, like, and then I went twice with them. I didn't want to try it, and then I went back, and then I just started doing them. And then the week before the weekend I went, I was at El Sereno like flip 50 every single thing at the park.
But you did the 12 first, right? Before you did the 16, or you went straight to the 16?
I went 12. So I got there to warm up. I went 12. I went 50 on the 12 and then 50 on the 16. Front Smith the 12, front Smith the 16. I did flip 50 twice on the 12, and then one more time on the 12, and then ran around the first try on the 16.
Damn.
Shit.
And then I didn't like how it came out, so I did it again. So I did a back-to-back first try on the 16.
And that clip hasn't been out yet, right? Or
no, it hasn't.
Not yet.
I'm waiting for video parts are gonna drop soon. So.
But the picture was in the magazine.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we can't talk about it.
Yeah, we can.
I was gonna say.
It was out.
Footage.
Yeah, it was out in the 2021 issue of Thrasher.
Sick. Thrasher ad, huh? Or was it ad or just a?
It was like a photo mention, I guess. Like, you know how they have like those sections?
You have that magazine, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
I bought like 10 of those.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. I would have done the same thing.
What was going through your head? Were you scared, nervous, like trying it? Or you
honestly, I don't even remember like the whole session.
You just planned it out?
Best,
nah, it doesn't even feel like I did it, honestly. Like, if I think about it, like...
That's crazy. That's the best.
So I have a question. You said you grew up playing baseball, right? Were your parents like those parents that wanted you to like play baseball and go
They
pro?
never forced me, but like it was more of like I know what like you just know when you're like capable of doing something like because for me it was either I'm going to D1 college or a professional company's gonna pick me up first.
Yeah,
and then that's when a fucking professional company picked me up first.
So how'd your parents like feel about that? Like, you know, when you...
My dad hated me skating.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, growing up, he hated me skating. I used to, like, always be out with, like, my friends, and he used to, like, throw, like, complaints out of the window. Like, like he'll pick me up from the park and be like, bro, it's late. Like, why are you out? Blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I'm skating. And he was just like, you know what? To grab that and just throw it out the car. And then I just, like, watch it, like, roll out the window. Like,
damn.
And would you ever recover that, or would it be like, I have to get a new one now?
No, I would, like, figure out a way to get a whole new complete. Like, and I would get it the next day, and he'd be like, how do you even get these boards? And I wouldn't tell him how, but like, it'll be like people would help me out. Like they always see me skate. Like, oh, here I have this.
Yeah. It's like that homie hookup that they have like spare parts and be like, let's put together a Frankenstein board.
Exactly, and then like he like couldn't stop me from skating. So at like a certain point, he was just like, whatever.
It becomes like an addiction, right? Like you're just kind of like.
I feel like that's kind of like it makes you even want to skate even more.
Yeah,
too.
like at a young age, seeing my dad not wanting me to skate made me want to skate more.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, he don't like it, I'm gonna do it anyways. Like,
yeah.
Kind of like a rebel stage.
Yeah. So how do they feel about it? Like, you know, where you're at now in life with it. How do they feel about it now?
Oh, he's super. It's just my dad that like I grew up with my whole life, so it's like he's stoked on it. He's like really happy about it. Like,
that's cool, man.
Cause he always thought like skating, drugs, like
they're all
like it's bad, and I was like, bro, like you raised me right, like I'm not gonna do that stuff. Like
I can relate to that because my step pops was my pops, so I call him dad and everything. But he was the same way, you know. He saw, you know, skateboarding's on 1 in a million. Don't get your hopes up. I mean, I didn't make it, but I got to get a good experience out of it. You know, I picked up shop sponsors, got to ride for people, got to hang out with people, got to travel.
Met pros, skated pro spawns.
And then I even look at it now, like look at the places where it's brought me now. I mean, he's still
involved in it.
Yeah, he still doesn't understand it well, but he just goes, if it makes you happy, dude, then I can't stop you.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Yeah, like nobody in my family expected me to like. They're like, "Oh, it's just a phase," and I was like, "Nah, I know it's not a phase, but if you want to think that's okay, like
that's cool."
Yeah,
yeah. Some people just know,
and it's a trip too, cause like earlier you were saying like you're working towards the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
I bet you your family's just like tripping out and proud about you about that for sure, right?
Honestly, I'm still tripping out. It's so weird to like even be in that like, cause I never really thought of like pro skateboarding until like. Maybe like I was like 14, 15.
Yeah.
And that was like that was not too long ago. I was it was like 4 years ago maybe. 4
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Okay.
I seen
so everybody he's drinking root beer, okay? He's not drinking beer. Root beer.
I seen recently you were out in Mexico. Was that a family trip or a contest you went out
No,
there?
it was a contest to like for the Olympic qualifiers to get into.
But you went out there with family or by yourself?
No, just by myself.
Oh yeah?
I have family that lives out there still, but I like they live 5 hours away from the city I was in, so I wasn't really gonna tell them like, oh, come this way.
How was that experience?
It was so fun. Everybody's so nice out there. I want to go back just to like go back.
Just
like,
to hang out.
I finally got to meet Oscar Meza like hand to hand. We're like talking. He's like, oh, if you ever want to come back, like he's like, mi casa es tu casa. Like if you want, like
that's it.
And I was like, oh, for sure, I'll be back 100%. And then. The other homie, Brian Coria, the one that got first place there, he was also, like, they're super nice. Like, they're like, oh, if you ever want to come back, like, same thing, my house is your house. Like,
oh, yeah.
And you got what place?
Second
place, right?
Yeah.
And what's the name of that contest?
It was just, like, I don't know. It was just...
It's for the qualifying for
yeah, it's just... They have it every year just to see, like, where the people was, like, standing, like, rankings.
And how did you find out about it? Like?
So, the little homie's dad that skates... Well, the little homie, he skates inner city with me, the skate shop sponsor.
Okay.
And his dad's like from Mexico, and he was like, oh, like I know a couple people that like work for like the Team Mexico. Like if you ever want to do that, and I was like, oh, like for sure I would want to do that because I wouldn't know if I would have a chance here in the United States, you know.
Right.
And I was like, oh, like I have Mexican roots, like let me see what's up with that, and then. I hit up one of the trainer guys that's like always there like with the Olympics and stuff, and he was like, yeah, like we're gonna have. He sent me the whole like listing of how it's gonna go, and like of when it's gonna happen, and I was like, all right, and then we just had to expedite my passport, and then
got to go down and be in second place.
Oh, for sure.
That's cool. So what happens next now? Did you qualify then?
Yeah, so it was top 3 that goes to Rome for the Olympic qualifier, which is probably I think next week.
Okay, all right. Yeah, this episode will be dropping on the 29th of this month, so right before 4th of July weekend.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so everybody be safe out there.
Please be safe.
Yeah. You said your local shop is inner city?
Yeah, inner city. It's in Lincoln Heights.
Yeah. That's cool. And being a sponsor, do they help you out with anything like that?
They help me out a lot.
Okay.
Like, they do like so much so I can like keep skating.
Mm-hmm. That's dope. That's cool to have that backing.
We gotta send out some shout outs to them because we got some homies that work there, like Steve Corona, dude, it's my boy right there.
And he grew up around like the Baldwin Park
area, right? I was at Westco Thursday? No, Wednesday. I went on Wednesday, and he rolled up randomly, and I was like, hey.
Was he there with Carlos?
No, he went by himself.
Oh, by himself.
Yeah, he went by himself. Like, he just passed by, looked into my car window, and he's like, oh. And then we just like, what's up, dude? Because me and him, he rollerblades too.
Yeah.
So he's like, dude, we got to get another blade session in. And I was like, yeah, dude. Like,
dude, different podcast.
So me and him had a crazy conversation about how crazy it puts your skateboarding rail game up.
No, for sure.
Because, because he's all like, dude, he was telling me, he's like, dude, one day I was skating a 12-step rail, and I think because of that blade mentality, I missed the rail, but I was able to jump on, like, I just thought, like, I was on blades, so I jumped on it, touched it, and jumped off, and I was able to bail without getting hurt. Yeah. I was like, dude, he's
like a little cat.
Yeah. But Steve's the homie right there, dude.
Yeah. He's the one that he's always at the shop. He's holding it down there all the time. I was probably gonna go see him after this, honestly, before El Sereno.
Probably.
But, cool. Hell yeah. Now I did see another thing on YouTube that you did at the Berrics. You did like was it a ghetto bird or something?
Oh, that was the worst time of my life.
Wow.
Not like in a bad way, but I did battle that.
That was a battle. I did watch the whole thing. It took about 3 days.
Yeah, 3. It wasn't consecutive days, but it was like 3 days in
right. Okay, because I thought at first I was like, yeah, day 3. I'm all he's going back to back to back. I'm all
well, it was the first day and the second day was back to back, and then
the third.
I had to take a rest break. I was like, I can't. Like I'm sore.
What'd you get aboard in there?
That bank by the 4 block.
Yeah.
So I get over from the top of the 4 block to the bank.
Oh,
the little bank.
Yeah. So you get over off the 4 block and landed inside the bank,
right? It's a little
right?
steep bank. Yeah.
That thing was beat, dude. You took some slams, man. I was like,
I took like a credit card to like.
that was the one I was like, I don't want to bring it up or what. Like, I know, but you could just tell you landed right.
Yeah, like on my tailbone, like so. The board landed primo, and I landed like back on the tailbone on my.
And then he just like lied there, like, and then everybody's just quiet. You're like, yeah, you know.
It's like one of the ones where you're like. Do I want to keep going or?
I did after that, and then I like took a shoulder slam into the bank, and I was like, yeah, I'm over it.
Dude, I seen a head like you. I even
that was the second day. That was like 5 minutes into the sesh. I was so bummed.
Dude, that 4 block's no joke because me and Listo got to skate that years ago on like a homie taking us there, and I think I was tripping out because me and him back to back, we backed each other up. He kickflipped it and I hard flipped it right behind him. But that 4 block is no fucking joke.
It's pretty tall.
Yeah, it's like almost what like a 13 maybe like
about
12,
like a 12,
13.
But jumping into that bank.
And then that bank is so fucking steep.
And it's like it has like a.
It doesn't texture. Like even on video it doesn't give you what it really is. Yeah.
And it's like it's crazy because it's not real brick, but it has more texture than real brick into it. So when you land into it, you're just.
Yeah, it feels gross. And I was going switch. I was landing in switch, so it felt worse.
Yeah. So everybody out there, go check that out if you haven't seen it.
That's MBD too, huh? At the Berrics.
Yeah. Oh yeah, MBD for sure.
Get a bird. That's a sick trick. It's one of my favorite tricks.
They look good. Yeah. If you do them right, it looks good.
Yeah. Well, I do them I do the hard flip the Musk way.
Oh, okay.
So mine's kind of look funky, like, but everyone says it's a front pop late back 180.
Oh, those big.
Okay.
Hey, everyone says my hard flips look like front pops.
Yeah. All right. As long as they're flicking somehow.
Yeah, they do rotate. If you play them in slow motion, you'll see the board turn like that.
I like it rotates, honestly. Yeah. It's like a what did they call them?
The Musca flips.
Nah, not the Musca flip. Because the Musca flips, it's an illusion flip.
There
an illusion flip.
Yeah.
The Musca flip's the front side flip like that.
Yeah. No. That's the Herman. You're talking about the Herman one, right? Where it looks like a backward front side flip.
Nah, it's like a pressured front side flip. That's the Musca flip.
Pressured front side flip.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We gotta go back to these videos and watch these now.
I don't watch videos, but I always hear people say Musca flip as a front side and like flip 180.
I know that there's the two. There's the Musca one and then there's the Brian Herman one.
Never seen Brian Herman skate, I'll be honest.
No. Dude, you gotta watch him skating. For being as short as he is, dude can flip. He can flick a 360 flip and a hard flip really nice.
Brian Herman?
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta see his intro for the Stay Gold, where he's just skating picnic tables.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I know. I was with Manny Santiago, I think, Wednesday, and he showed me the first Eric Costin, the Yeah Right. I think it was Yeah Right.
Yeah.
He showed me the Eric Costin part, and I was like, it's my first time seeing this whole video. Like, it's kind of weird watching this.
Yeah.
Dude,
Speaking of right.
we actually just went to the 20th anniversary thing.
20-year anniversary, yeah.
That was sick, fun. Dude. If you look behind, we have the custom right beers from Lakai and the right video.
Yeah, I took my board with me. People were all stoked on it. Always want, hey, who do you need us to sign it? I'm like, everybody that's not here.
Yeah.
Fuck. I could have pretty much, if I had that board brand new, I could have got everybody that's on that board almost in that one night.
Yeah.
But
dude, he has like a right board, and it's pretty much signed by everyone who was in the video. He's just missing the unicorns.
Oh, yeah.
He's missing all the unicorns, which says Jeremy Rogers.
Yeah.
Who else?
Follow me on Instagram. I'll hit him up.
Yeah.
I think he followed me.
Dude, if he's down.
Owen Wilson, the actor, because he was in the video.
Oh yeah. That's the only part I remember.
Yeah.
Honestly, like Wilson? It was before it was even like skating where I seen that.
Yeah.
Kickflip.
Like, and I was like,
said, back salad, front salad.
Yeah. He starts sitting there talking all the scaling. I watched the behind the scenes on there. He's all like. So, dude, I thought I was just speaking gibberish when I was saying that. I didn't even know those were real tricks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I never, I remember growing up seeing that, but I was like, didn't understand it because I wasn't skating at the time.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I mean, dude, those videos right there were, like, I remember as growing up, man. Those were the days right there. Because that's when skating, when I knew for sure I'd never be pro. When I saw that video, I was like, oh, god damn, they're too good. the pop and everything, the flicks, everything in that video was so sick.
Dude, the day I realized I wasn't gonna go pros when I saw Lakai fully flared.
Nah,
never watched that video.
Dude, if you watch that video, that
you're like me though. I haven't seen too many videos myself, so I'm like.
So yeah, right. Did that for him. Lakai fully flared just blew up to another level.
Well, I think it was more Midic Madi too. I saw.
And then what shut it down was pretty sweet.
Never watched
I don't think no video has done that for me, man. I still have high hopes.
There you go. You got to keep the dream alive.
Yeah, I've never got I never had a feeling about never going pro, honestly. Because I never really thought about going pro.
Yeah.
So I was never on my checklist until.
Have you seen your progression though throughout the years? Oh. You're like, dude, I never thought I would do this trick, and realize you're have a little inventory in yourself, and you just sit back and you're like, damn, dude, I have progressed in skating.
Honestly, I don't even look back on my old skating sometimes, but I see the progression, how the consistency and the style changes over years.
What I like to see is it's more like I see you're having fun doing it.
Oh,
because that's what shows. Because that's everything. Because that's what people are gonna see on camera too. Because I don't like when people spaz out or or they're trying so hard on one thing. You just look like you're just like, oh, yeah, you want to follow me around? I'll get some stuff. Let's go.
That's literally how it is. I'll be like, grab my phone. I'm gonna do something. Like what? I was like, just point the camera.
Yeah. Whatever's natural. Yeah. I love that skating.
I can relate to that because in a way I skate like that. I never know what I'm doing. Sometimes I sit there and I just throw something out and I'll be like, huh. I almost popped the 540 flip. Maybe now I'm actually going to try it because I almost got close to it not trying.
That's literally how it is. There'll be nights where I'll be like, maybe this would work. And then the next day I'll go try it and I'll be a step closer to than I was before. So I was like, oh, maybe it can happen. What trick was it? I think it was the hard flip back 180 nose grind. The ghetto bird switch back 5-0 type of thing. And that's when the day before, I was like, oh, maybe they will work, and I was trying them, and it was getting to nose slide all the time, front nose, and then the next day it took me 2 hours honestly, and then I ended up landing it. But
it's like when I learned switch frontside flips. I never knew how to switch frontside flip. I just showed up to Wesco one day, and I was like, I've never switched 180 D8. So one day I just showed up trying to switch 180 it, but every try I accidentally kept flipping the board. And I was just like, well, fuck it. Might as well go for the switch frontside flip, right? It's already there. I'm forming it. All I have to do is just land on it now.
Pretty much.
Instead of fighting it because I'm getting mad because I'm not doing the switch 180.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of my tricks come out. I don't even plan them. I don't even practice them. It's just I try something and then it turns into something else.
That happens a lot, honestly. I've seen I've done that a couple of times. Tricks where it shouldn't even be happening, end up coming out, and I'm like, oh, and then that's when I just practice it again and keep it consistent.
Right?
To me, when I was learning my kickflip back 50s, I was at BP 4-rail.
You learned it on a rail?
Yeah, I was trying to kickflip back 50 or 4-rail.
Dude, I seen this dude almost kickflip back 50, Wilshire 15.
Well, I didn't try it, but, I wanted to. But that's how confident I was with that trick. But when I was trying to learn it, I would always lock into kickflip back lip because I wouldn't lock into the kickflip back 50. So I learned kickflip back lips instead of. I learned it first before the kickflip back 50.
You're talking about the little forward rail?
The little four rail? Oh. Yeah. I became a local there where I was just skating that four rail consistently.
Well, I always told him that rail plays to his advantage because he's goofy.
But there's a lot of tricks I would want to do frontside on it.
Well, I mean, it's how I look at it, it's a difference because the force there is a little more extended than that little roll up on the right. So as a regular, you have to ollie earlier because that roll up is so far back, and so it makes the rail a little bit more higher.
Just skate frontside tricks. Like
I would never frontside. I would never frontside anything on a rail because it's so sketchy.
I don't like skating backside on rails.
I feel like I think I would probably jump on it first, going down it backwards than I would.
I could not do. I would never go down backwards around a rail.
I mean, not a real rail, but like maybe like an El Sereno one, like the little ones that are flat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those seem pretty comfy, but I'd have to be doing front boards all day that day to get on there. You know, I'd be like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Well, I think that's why El Sereno's great though, because everything's so mellow.
Exactly. So, but you can get smoked.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like skating. It's like the homie we had on here, his name was Curb Daddy. We were talking about skating because he likes to do slappies. He's like slap dudes, but he's you can get smoked just skating a curb.
That's 6 inches.
Sure. Yeah. El Sereno, I seen like 2 people have like seizures.
No way.
I don't want to see that. Hell no. Hell no.
I'm about to go there right now. Hold on.
No, we don't even be talking like that.
No bad juju out there.
Is there a dream trick out there that you still want to do?
Honestly, when people ask me this, like, they DM me a bunch, and, like, I don't get to see all my DMs, honestly.
Right.
But, like, I see, like, people ask me, like, some questions, and I don't know, I just have fun with it. I don't, like, think of it like, oh, I need to do this, this, and this. Right. If it happens, it happens. Like, probably, I'll take the hard flip 180 nose grind as a dream trick that I never thought was just...
How about at a spot to skate, like a dream spot?
Hollywood 16 was...
Hollywood 16?
Dude,
everybody almost like, it's like that's the goal right there, the Hollywood 16, right?
Yeah. So, I was going to bring this up. I was on Instagram the other day, right? Apparently some snowboarders took a bunch of snow
I see
there.
that.
Dude, and I was sitting there and I was tripping out because I was like, when you skate it, it looks so much gnarlier, but these dudes made it look like not that bad to slam on it. Like, the dude fucking hung himself over on the rail and he got up and he's like, that was nothing.
But hey, snowboarders are a different breed though.
Yeah.
They slam.
They
just because
are.
they're like strapped in, you know.
Dude, but they made the Hollywood. When I saw that clip, I was like, you guys made Hollywood 16 look really small.
It's that angle.
Yeah.
The angle plays with your feelings because I'll show you guys the angle after, but the angle from the bottom, it makes it look tall.
Dude, when I saw the way they did it, I was like, how the fuck did they make it look so easy when I see all these skateboarders skating it? Hell no, like, it doesn't do it justice.
It doesn't.
Like,
you have to be there, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. I remember when I showed up for my first time, we were out partying in Hollywood one time and we passed by and I was like, I remember none of the people I was with skating, I was like, stop! It's Hollywood 16. They're like, what are you talking about? It's a legendary skate spot. I gotta go check it out. And I snuck in, climbed over the fence and everything. That thing is gnarly.
No, it's no joke, honestly.
It's no joke.
Sick. How about travel anywhere to skate? Besides, I mean, I know we want you to go to Rome. You know what I mean? I think we already got the answer to that. But anywhere else besides that?
I mean, just for contests, honestly, like, I've been to Florida, Arizona, New York.
Yeah, you're in the Tampa Am, right?
Yeah.
Or Tampa Am.
That was Tampa Am. Yeah.
Tampa Am. That's cool, man. I mean, I watched that too, and you looked like you had fun at that place.
No, I always have fun at contests. Like, that's my, like, specialty, honestly. Like, I'll take a contest over the streets any day.
That's cool. Cause
people hate me for that. I don't care if you hate me for that.
Yeah,
but
no.
I'll take a park over the streets.
I don't give much longer till you're in street league.
That's cool.
Honestly, that's my goal. Honestly, like, street league.
I really don't give it much longer till you're in street league, dude. You're pretty. You're right there. You're already right there. I've seen your skating. I've seen you. I think we met, maybe 4 or 5 years ago?
4 or 5 years ago.
So I've seen you from there to now, and I'm like, dude,
it's a big difference.
I don't give you much more time till you're in street league, and like we're gonna be like, where you have to sit there with one of those big old faces of your face just in the crowd.
The old face.
You gotta have those sunglasses on though. Those ones that I like.
My pit vipers.
Yeah.
Should have brought them.
Hell yeah.
Didn't you get a best trick in Phoenix Am last year or?
No, that was at New York.
Oh, New York.
Yeah,
Okay.
I flip 50 that middle rail and scariest thing I've ever.
Is that the Brooklyn Banks?
No, it was the LES park.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
like you know how they have the stairs in the middle.
Yeah.
It was that it wasn't even like an actual rail. Like it was like a put on rail.
It was like an add-on, right?
Yeah, it moved and shit. Like
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary. Those are the ones you have to land exactly where you're on top of it or falling over, or where you're gonna feel like you're gonna push it over.
I got smoked that year too.
No
I tried to
way.
kick from feeble and then my foot touched the top of the rail and I felt the wrist back on my back.
Oh.
I ended up spraining my wrist. I thought I broke it, and then some other kid thought he broke his wrist too. But
Fuck.
There was I think another one where you were with the footprint team. You tried to hard flip from.
oh, and I
that river.
sacked.
Yeah, dude, was that one of the first sacks ever, or? was
Nah,
it
I've
just
sacked like I've sacked like 5-6 rails in my life.
Yeah, well, you skate a lot of rails, so I'm sure it's gonna happen sometime,
It
you know?
happens.
Alright, so I'm gonna break the myth. When you sack it, you really don't hit your nutsack, right?
I split my gooch open.
Yeah, it's your gooch, right? It's always, and then it makes it worse because I've sacked it like that before, and somehow it just activates your fucking asshole where you're just like, fuck.
you
You're
pucker
like,
up. Yeah,
Yeah, you're just,
You pucker up like
dude,
a motherfucker.
you sit there and like
that's
you're
the worst feeling.
it's like one of those feelings where you're like, if I don't pucker up, it feels like everything's just
gonna come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like
Everything's
literally
gonna-
like for dear
Oh,
life
yeah.
for like 5 minutes. I was like puckered up, like
Yep.
feeling if I was bleeding. Ended
Yeah.
up splitting it open.
Yeah.
No, I fell so hard before, like, on my tailbone where I thought I, like, literally, like, I was like, dude, I gotta go check my shit. No, I'm good. All right, I was fucking, but
Nah,
you don't know. You're
I
like,
checked
fuck.
mine and I was bleeding. And I was like, yeah. And then people were like, "Are you okay? Like, are you bleeding?" I was like, "No, like I'm chilling." But I split it.
Ooh.
Yeah, did you go to the hospital that day, or because
Nah.
you guys were doing a demo, no?
Yeah, I just manned up. I was just chilling.
Damn,
Kept
no.
skating, or you just kicked?
Nah, I was just kicking it. Yeah.
Super glue, nothing?
Nothing. I didn't even go to the hospital. Like I let it close on its own. Like I was.
And that's where skaters stand out from all other athletes.
Yep.
We take some of the gnarly slams and we're like, nah, we're good, and we still keep going, or you just
We don't
chill. and I'll be good
we don't
tomorrow.
flop like basketball players. We don't flop like soccer players.
I used to make fun of a homie too, because he would fall and he'd be like, I'm like, fool, you're acting like a soccer player right now. Like you
he's
tripped
doing-
over a pebble.
He's
Oh,
doing
yeah.
he's doing the what's his name, the Peter Griffin.
Oh,
You know, it takes him like 2 minutes and shit.
The whole episode.
I know, it's so sick. I love it.
it's like a whole skate park is just him like,
Hell yeah.
ah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, but let me ask you, because I sacked it one time, and dude, it took me a while to take a dump because I got outpaced in the goose area, so I couldn't
You
sit
ended up
down and take a
constipated.
dump.
Bro, it's the funniest story. So that next day, I had to drive. I had to drive the 2 hours back to LA.
Oh damn.
So I was like leaning on my tailbone the whole drive, like
Yeah.
Oh man, that is the worst.
I was like uncomfortable, like
Yeah.
like my left foot was like almost like on the windows seal, and then like I was like uncomfortable. But you gotta pay to play.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Definitely.
There was another thing I did see too that I really enjoyed because I'm a Nine Club fan, and you were one of LD's pick of the week.
I didn't know that until a lot of people were like DMing me. They're like, "Oh, like you're on Nightclub." I was like, "Nightclub? I never came on no Nightclub." Like
Yeah.
like LD's pick of the week, and it was like on one, it was the Harford nose grind or back over crook.
Yeah, they kept playing it, and then it went with a song that was a Jason Lee song that someone had mashed up, talking about the pow. You know, it's like, you know how every time if someone does a tray flip, it has to have pow behind it, because otherwise it's just he don't like that little foot dangle.
Yeah.
That little stanky leg. He's like, "What's up with the tray flip now?" You know, Chris
The
Roberts
tray
like,
bomb.
"I don't know, but I don't like it."
The tray bomb.
Yeah, he's all, "What's up with the tray bomb?"
I hate the tray bomb.
Yeah, he's like, "It's a 360 flip, everybody."
Yeah, but like, I feel like skateboarding got so complex where I get tripped. If somebody tell me 360 flip, I'm thinking a 360 kick flip.
Yeah.
That's why like
Like,
nowadays
that's
it's
how
so
it used to
hard
be. Yeah, that's how it used to
Actually,
be.
Wait, are you saying thinking like
some
the
people
Chris Cole one where he
Yeah,
does the
like
360
360
backside
and
with the
then
kickflip?
Yeah, like some people have that like dialed now.
Dude, I remember when that first came out, when New Blood ones came out, we first seen Chris Cole do that, everyone just like, kapah! Now everyone's just doing it like it's
I've done it to a lip slide before, like back to semi flip.
That's the evolution.
Yeah.
People doing it into rails now.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, me, I can skate to a certain extent, but I'm like, I'm 33 now. I don't think I'm willing to fucking battle tricks out that hard anymore.
I just feel like it's just like every like decade or so, there's always a new like style and.
Yeah.
No.
Well, the homie had told us that
No,
The
no
chili?
eating. You're eating on camera. I can hear you smacking your lips.
You're pointing at.
Go ahead, Peralta.
Oh well, no, like I was saying, the homie said that like a skateboarding decade is every 6 years. Every 6 years, a decade in skateboarding. You know, like
6
dog
or
years.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
like
it was 5.
so.
but-
It's like it's kind of like breaks down to like, and I've noticed that after he said that, I'm like, you know what? Every like 6 to 5 years, skateboarding just like fucking levels up like to another crazy level.
That's true, because I've been skating for 9 years, almost 10, and
That's
yeah,
not very
I see
long
the
still,
difference.
yeah.
I don't have that much.
Yeah,
time.
that's
But-
good.
Like you could tell, like the trick selections I had before to now, and it's
Yeah.
a whole different ballgame.
It is, and I'm just like, it's a trip, dude. Cause
Now we're leaving off on the trick selections. How you could tell how they changed in growing up.
No, for sure. The whole decade thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking. I always thought decade was like the 10, but
Yeah,
like,
it is.
No, it is the 10. But I'm saying the skateboarding that doesn't make a lot of sense because
Right, because it progresses so
Yeah.
fast.
yeah, like I tripped out when the homie brought that up because like I was like, you know what? It makes sense, you know, like skateboarding moves so fast. It's like I'm even tripping out. Like now you're not making a pro if you're not 13, 12 by the time you're am, and you're not pro by like 14, 15, you're not making it in the industry.
No, I think you will. You
Nah,
just
yeah,
gotta.
maybe.
Well, like I'm talking about like to become like a big name. Like
I don't know.
Nah,
I mean, because when I grew up at 14, you were just starting skating. By 20, you're maybe going am pro, and then by like 30, you're in your prime and coming down. Now, like I'm watching like the Japanese, you got the American kids, like the Cali kids. Look at little Julian.
It just depends on your skating,
Yeah,
you know, the
just-
skating level you're at, you know,
Dude.
because there's
yeah.
people that turn pro later in age, there's people that turn pro at early in age.
no, but nowadays it's harder to go younger just because like turn pro younger or turn am younger just because you never know what your full potential is gonna be at. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, and there's people that should be pro that have been am for a long time and then they don't turn pro.
You know who I've been waiting for to go pro? Gage Boyle.
That's
Dude,
another one.
he's been-
Yeah.
I remember skating a couple damn abs with them, and I'm like, why is he still here, dude? He's like,
So
he's on the
beast.
pro level.
And I was skating, I think it was Phoenix Am finals with him. It was just so good. It was like me, Dylan Jabe,
Mm-hmm.
Toby Ryan. What else was there?
Was it
Giancarlo.
Laser Crawford in there
Laser
too?
was it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a.
What
the
you
heavy
played this
finals.
year in Phoenix Am?
Ninth.
Ninth place?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
the
not bad.
recent one, ninth place.
9th place. That's still not bad, man. There's a lot of people there, man.
Oh, there was so many people. I was so hyped to be in finals.
Dude, the
That's
one
so
year, the
cool.
one year we went to the Phoenix Am, it was stupid hot.
Oh yeah, I was the worst. That was like 120.
Yeah, we were just like hot. Like I'm like, dude, to be a skateboarder and do this
Was
takes a
that-
lot.
Dying.
Was that the Cowtown one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, it's hot out there in the desert, man. You can't play
Yeah,
around.
this year wasn't that bad.
You gotta
though,
stay
honestly.
stay hydrated
For sure.
for sure. Are you the type of person that listens to music while you're skating?
I do.
You do. You put the
A lot of
earbuds in.
lot of people think I like ignore people, but I just have my music blast.
So me and you are on the same level because this guy gives it to me all the time. He's like, dude, I come up to you and I'm talking to you, but you just have headphones in.
Yeah, like there's people like who tell me like, dude, I was trying to say what's up to you for like 10 minutes, so like, oh, I can't hear you. I'm
Yeah.
music
He's in a,
loud.
okay, so people, he's in a zone, so he's not being rude, or he's
Like get my attention.
He's
like,
trying not to be
tap me.
rude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, tap me, like-
It's like we're not assholes. It's just we're kind of just in our zone, in our moment.
Oh, for sure.
And then, because I mean, I can relate to this where like I can tell people like sometimes like they'll stop me from skating, and I kind of lose my vibe after. I'm like, and I'm just like, I'd rather just like come in, either say what's up to you when I first see you, or when I'm done skating. Then I'll come up to you and be like, hey, what's up, what's up, what's
That's
up,
how I
what's
usually
up.
am.
Because sometimes I'm so much in the zone, and someone will
You're just
stop me.
fired up.
Yeah,
You
and then
just have to go.
someone will come up, stop me. I pull my headphone out. We'll end up talking for like 30, 40 minutes, And then after that, I'm just like, well, you know what? I don't even want to
just
try.
sit
I
down,
don't even want to try the trick I was trying anymore because I kind of just cooled down. I was in the zone. Now I'm just like cooled down, and I don't blame them. You know, I still want to show them the respect. You know.
No, like at other parks, I make sure like, just 'cause I was Sereno, a lot of people like already know me personally,
Yeah.
so I could have my headphones in and just like say what's up and then cruise around.
Yeah.
Like at other parks, I like try to stay away from the headphones just 'cause like I don't really see these people and they don't know how I am. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you don't want to come off rude, right?
Yeah, so I'm like I don't have headphones in when I'm skating.
Yeah, I feel like that. Like if I'm at a local park, I think it, you know, like if like you said, if I'm a local park, I'm the same way. Like I'll headphones all day. If I'm in a new park, maybe every time I come up to where I'm gonna set up, I'll pull a headphone out just in case someone wants to say something to me. But then once it's time, it's go time. I'm back in.
Yeah. Yeah. What's playing in your ear when you're
Spanish music?
Spanish music? Really? That's what's going on in there.
Yeah, what kind of Spanish music?
Like corridos, like
Okay.
like there's a bunch of cumbias, corridos, like Spanish rap, like or just regular rap.
That's cool, man.
So I just got into listening to classic Spanish style guitar. You know, like the Spain, and then corridos and cumbias.
Yeah,
Cumbias, dude, they hate when you're skating.
They do.
What's one corrido like top of your head right away that will get you hyped? Like if you're trying to skate a banger, you always look for that song that gets you hyped.
Probably PRC by Peso Pluma and
Peso Pluma's good.
It's fire.
Sick.
Yeah, if I'm like probably a cumbia, probably. Damn, that's a hard one.
Do you have like a station on that just
I
continuously?
created on playlist.
Okay.
I have two playlists. Like I have a contest playlist where it's songs.
That's sick.
Like it's like Spanish songs that like I can consistently listen to on repeat without like skipping one.
Right.
And then another one when I'm just like chilling in my car like on shuffle, just like
Shuffle.
Just driving music.
Yeah, it's like a whole like 4-hour playlist. I think.
Shit.
4 or 5 hour playlist.
That means you can take a trip somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll go to Arizona because my girl lives in Arizona.
Yeah.
So I'll like go to Arizona.
Oh, you play that
and
playlist.
I'll just play that playlist and just chill.
You almost know how long it's gonna take you to get there. It's like
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be like this amount of songs and I'll be there.
That's cool. That's cool how you can judge it that way.
So you're saying your girl lives in when you go out there, do you like stay like multiple days out there and then also skate, or it's just
yeah, like here and there, like
Like-
I'll go out there, like there's days where I'll go out there to skate and like hang out there, and some days I'll just go to hang out there.
Okay.
And then like she was here for the Damn L.A. contest.
okay?
Sick.
She came out like to watch.
That's crazy though. A long distance relationship like that.
It's chill.
It's chill.
It's not bad,
It
honestly.
works as long as it works, man.
Yeah.
As long as you
That's
guys
what I'm
keep seeing each other, and
Exactly.
it's all good. It's all good. Shout out to her, man, holding it down, dude, coming out and
real
supporting
one.
you and everything, man. That's a real one.
It's a-
Hell yeah. Any other hobbies besides skateboarding?
I used to before I started taking it more like an athlete, but not no more. Like I used to play. I'm lying. Actually, I'm lying. I like my dad has like a softball like league.
Okay.
And he, like I used to play baseball growing up, so like I can't turn down like I can't say no to like a game.
Oh,
so,
that's
like,
cool.
He has me in his like softball league on Sundays.
That's cool.
I think we have to pay
Hell
today.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's like,
It's in the nights, but
Oh, okay.
he's like, I'm gonna show him real quick after this and go hit a couple homers and then walk it off.
Hit a couple of dingers and I'm out of here.
I see you're in the gym too. Going in the gym too sometimes.
yeah, most of the time.
Getting
like,
that healthy
lately, I just been practicing because of the Rome contest coming up. But usually, like, if I don't have contests to go to and I don't want, like, I could be sore, like, I'll go like every day.
Do you go like just for like?
I go for hours.
I mean, like just to like work out your body, or just for like stress relief, or just to get you in shape, or like what's your main concern going to the gym?
Conditioning.
Nah, honestly, not the conditioning. It's just more like just wanting to get a little bit huge.
There you
Muscle
go.
going on?
He's trying to get swole.
Yeah.
Just go. Nothing wrong with that. Hell
Like
yeah.
a boxer build, kind of.
Okay.
There you go.
Like not too big, but not too small. You know?
Did you ever mess with the jump rope at all?
I used to jump rope.
Jump
Well, I
rope.
used to box for like 5 years, but
Oh, okay.
and then I started skating. Bad wrist, couldn't throw a punch properly.
But you know how to fall. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, man. Hell yeah, man. All right. Do you guys have any other questions?
Yeah, got one. Do you still ride for action footwear?
No, I don't.
What happened with Action right there? Because I haven't really been seeing anybody post about Action.
Is Action still around, or you know of? We don't know.
I got blocked. I think I got blocked, and then never heard from them, and then I think I recently got them blocked because I got a random notification oh, they mentioned you in the story. I was like, huh, and I looked, but it was nothing.
Yeah.
Because there was I remember Mickey Papa used to write for them too, and then
that's how I got in. That's how I got super close with Mickey, and it was me, Mickey. What else was it?
There's a couple of hits.
I forgot his name. No way I forgot his name.
That happens.
Nick Tucker.
Okay. Oh yeah, Nick Tucker.
That's me, Mickey, Nick Tucker. D-Rex, the one that Nolly Hilled 16.
Mm-hmm.
He was on. Quasi Holloway. He was on Action with me. That's how I got super close with a bunch of people and just we took a skate trip.
And then you guys all took a trip, huh?
Yeah, we did take a trip to
San Francisco.
It was San Francisco. Yeah.
And I remember I was looking at you guys stories.
I forget everything.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, that's shout out. But even though if Action's not around, you still made friends with these guys.
For sure.
Yeah,
it was a good experience. It was bad. I never had bad intentions with nobody. It was fun while it lasted.
Cool. That's cool. You're not getting any sponsored any shoes. No one's sending you anything.
I just buy Dunks from the skate shop.
Oh, Dunks. Because I've seen a few clips of you because I couldn't pinpoint. I see some Lakais. And I've been recently seeing some Nikes.
Yeah, before I used to shop flow for Lakai for a bit, and then I don't know what happened with that. And then
man, these people are sleeping, bro. They need to put you on something.
They are sleeping.
But hey, in all due time, dude. I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, my time will come.
Yeah, of course, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not even worried about the sponsor. I'm just
that's cool. Yeah, just keep doing that, and that's the main thing, dude. Just keep doing what you're doing, and people are gonna recognize, and you know what I mean. And so. And I just saw, Manny Santiago, you got to go skate with him at Linda Vista. So that's rad.
I think that's what makes Greg stand out so much because he just goes out to have a good time. He has no intentions of, I'm here because I want to go pro or this and that.
Yeah.
If you invited me on a skate session, I'm going to go out with you and just have fun.
Yeah. Well, I know he's training though. He's got to be training.
No, I train, but on my own time. There's times where you get to train, and times where you should have fun.
It's he has that thing where it's I don't bring work home, or I don't bring work with me. Where when I go have fun.
Yeah.
Some people he knows how to separate that. And that's pretty cool. As a skateboarder, you got to learn how to do that.
Nah, I think it's more I don't even think of it as work. Honestly, it's just a switch that I have. Is just that's what I'm saying, a competitive switch I just always had on me.
Yeah.
Because my family's always been competitive. We always used to play, sports and stuff together.
Yeah.
And we're just all competitive. So I have, a switch I could turn on and off, when it needs to be.
That's cool. That's what's up. That's kind of like me. When I lock into the show, man, I gotta turn it on. Sometimes I don't know what we're gonna say or how it's gonna go, but as soon as he says go, we're going. You know what I mean?
And I think that's a good trait to have. It'll take you to a lot of great places in life if you can learn to turn those switches on and off.
No, but it was hard. Growing up, it was hard to balance it out. Just because growing up, it was always just on the go, always competitive, always. Now I found a balance.
Yeah,
the balance is everything.
That's cool, man. You learn to find a balance because a lot of people don't. I've seen a lot of people just kind of blow a fuse over stuff like that.
That's how I was. I used to take it way too serious, and that's when I could tell my whole demeanor has changed from before and now.
Right.
Just because I used to have a short fuse when I used to skate. I used to get pissed off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Break board. Yeah. Break boards. Yeah.
I'll set up a brand new board. One trick that's supposed to be first strike, snap my board. I'll be game over and I'll just go home.
Shit.
It was bad. I had a bad temper.
But that's good that you recognize it and now you know that you're different and people like me. I remember being that guy spazzing out and I didn't care who saw it, who was there, But then afterwards, when I see somebody doing it, I go, is that what I look like?
Yeah, that's how I see I see someone spazzing now, and I was like, no way, I was like that.
So they you go, damn, that was me right there. Okay, I'm glad I don't do that no more.
I can definitely relate because I got to a point too where I took skateboarding that serious and I started spazzing out. Then I realized I'm breaking a perfectly brand new board. Why? Mm-hmm. Either I can if I'm really that man, I can either go give it to a little kid. and probably make his day better,
Mm-hmm.
or I can just keep skating.
Yeah.
When you take it serious, that's when like skateboarding is no longer fun for you.
Oh yeah.
It's like, just stop skating. You're trying to take it serious.
Yeah, and then also there's like kids that just want to be sponsored. Like,
oh yeah.
They're like, oh, how do you like? Also, like, I'll get like before I don't get that many like DMs about it no more. But like, oh, how do you get sponsored? Like, and I was like, don't even worry about that. Like, and they'll be like super young. They'll be like 12, 11, 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
how do I get something? How do I get something free?
And I was like, honestly,
go out and skate and have fun, and hopefully someone sees it and they send you something.
No, for sure, because it took me about 5 years, I think, to get my first actual sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it took you that long? I was like, and that was like without trying.
And that's what but having fun, putting in the work, and then and then being part of something, and then making friends with people. Then next thing you know, oh, check out this guy right here. And then you're with Inner City, like next thing you know, there's like a little group, and next thing you know, these branches just keep growing and growing.
For sure, you can't limit yourself, honestly.
Yeah.
In this industry, you have to get to know everybody, honestly.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, you have to get to know everyone. Mm-hmm. You have to have thick skin because a lot of
so many trolls.
Yeah.
No, I be on TikTok live. Honestly, I do good on TikTok, so I be on TikTok live, and the people are like, "Oh, like I'm better than you at skating. You suck," and I was like, "Oh, like good for you." Like, over here having fun, like. Blah, blah.
It's like at a certain point, you look at it like, well, what does that have to do with anything between us?
My favorite like comeback would be like, "Oh, like you're like watching me do something that I don't have to like that I'm getting paid for right now." Like,
yeah.
Dude, people would actually come at you in the comments like that.
Yeah.
Like,
on TikTok, they're like the biggest.
That's when you know you made
bangers.
Oh, dude,
net bangers, man.
I didn't know comments like that, but
their
I got
socks are all low and they're talking shit.
It's crazy the whole internet thing like that it's crazy, dude.
And it's just like little kids nowadays, Like I grew up, I'm young obviously, but I grew up with like 90s babies, so I didn't have like a phone till I was like 14, 15.
Yeah,
right.
And like I was always outside, like, and then I would have to be home when the lights in the streets turn on. The common like 90s stuff, but
it's like your parents would be like either they go out and be like when the lights are on, or if you had one of those parents, it'd be like they do the whistle, and you can hear that shit from like a mile away somehow. Or they, I used to know these kids that would have walkie-talkies. They'd come out, and the parents would be like, "When I call you on the walkie-talkie, that means it's time to come in," like that.
Wow. That's sick. Yeah, I never had the walkie-talkie.
Yeah, no walkie-talkies over here, man. But yeah, like you said, nowadays every 4-year-old has a damn cell phone and has an account to something, and
it's so sad to see, honestly.
Yeah, it's too young for these kids to be. On the phone sometimes, and then they have the freedom to say whatever they want.
Exactly.
And they don't even know what they're, at that age, they're going to realize, hopefully, when they get older, they're going to learn, and, but.
I mean, I think being young, when you're young, like, you've said we've all said done, or done something stupid. And then now when we're older and we look back to that, you're like, did I really say that? Mm-hmm. What was I thinking at the time? Yes. But then you're like, well, fuck it. Mm. It was that age. It was that phase I went through. Now I'm wiser. You get wiser and better.
Yeah, growing up, I was never like a bad kid. Honestly, like, I would get like.
I knew to respect adults, and you know what I mean. Like if I walk in front of somebody, I always say "excuse me." You know what I mean? Like I've always had those manners. So. Yeah. But as far as like if I was still getting in trouble. Don't get me wrong. I was still a little shithead, But with the elders and people like that around me, I was always respectful.
I think that's one thing missing in society right now.
Yeah,
respect towards your elders.
Yeah, towards anybody,
honestly, like, even if there's people younger than me, like if you're not gonna give me the respect, like I'm not gonna give you the same respect.
Right. Honestly, that because right now at work I'm a lead, and I tell people, look, what respect you show me, I'm gonna give you the same thing back. Right. If I'm gonna come up and treat you how I want to be treated.
That's funny because that was a slogan like for me growing up as a kid, like treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Nowadays I don't even hear about that anymore.
I mean, it should be like spoken all the time. You know what I mean?
I mean, usually when I meet new people, I'm like, oh, let's shake hands. I don't know you. Let's do it properly. Shake hands. What's your name? Let me get to know you. I'm not gonna judge you off the first. Exactly. Maybe you're dressed different than I am, but I'm not gonna judge you on anything.
Don't go up to somebody and just go, Stroob, let me get a photo.
Yeah, just be the
Be like, hey, my name's David. Nice to meet you. Can I get a photo? Da 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 da.
Hey, I went respectful that whole night. I was like, half the time when we were at the yeah right thing, I was like, hey, my sorry, my bad to cut you guys off, but is it okay if I get a photo with you guys? If not, I left it at that.
That's not what I saw that night. Woo! But anyways, we had a good time. Man.
Yeah, great time.
That's all that matters.
Great time. Great time. Great time.
So show everybody respect out there that you want people to respect you. You should show the same respect.
Don't ever demand respect.
You know. So anything else before we get out of here, guys?
Yeah. Do you got any skate parts coming out? Any like videos that you're working on?
Are you working on anything?
Nah, just playing. Yeah, I'm waiting for my filmer. Well, he's my editor as well, so I'm waiting on him. Shout out to Steven Estrada.
Yeah.
Stefan,
better watch this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just waiting on him to like be able to have time and like edit the video and just throw it out. I'm ready to start a new one, so whenever that gets thrown out, I'm ready to.
How much footage do you think you have? How many, like, estimating, like, how many minutes?
Well, that I'm gonna use probably not all of it, but I have like 4 minutes maybe.
Oh, that's a good chunk.
Can't wait to see it.
A good chunk.
I know it's gonna be banger after banger.
It's been I don't know. I don't see it as bangers because like you're kind of like it's been a while, but like the progression level is like so much different now. But
okay,
you're gonna have some amazing stuff in there though, for sure.
We'll watch it for sure. We'll definitely support that.
I'll let you guys know when.
Yeah.
Let us know. We'll promote it.
For sure. And I want to throw a premiere for it, but honestly, when it's gonna be.
That'll be cool.
I'll invite you guys.
Let's take over the golf course. We'll do a golf course premiere.
Well, I've always wanted to get one of those huge blow up like screens or something, like to do like a backyard screening. You know what I mean? Like have a projector out there and just have everybody out there like a movie theater.
So we'll blow it up on the golf course.
Yeah.
I just want to go run around the golf course. All stupid.
He just wants to.
See? Show some respect out there, people. They'll be running around on people's property.
Hash life.
Oh my god. All right. Yeah, that'll be cool, man. We'll definitely support that when it comes out. Anything else, guys?
I'm good, Peralta.
I'm good. You know.
You got any shout outs before we get out of here?
Shout out the homie Michael. Michael Tough. Michael the Shark the Drone. He's the homie. Grew up with him, skating contest. Shout out my sponsors, Inner City, FP, Half Evil, Andre Bearings, the homies that had me here.
Grizzly Grip, right?
Grizzly Grip.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Dude, shout out to the homies for having me here.
No, thank you for coming through, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we thank you for coming through, man. And do you have a YouTube channel or anything like that? No? No? Growing up in the YouTube world, don't have your own YouTube channel?
I'm telling you, I didn't grow up with these same people, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I know we're like, look at, we're barely in the YouTube world now myself, so. I mean, I wish I would have known about it previous, but, you know, I didn't know what to do with this.
It has everything at this timing.
And now we have a platform to do, so. It's been fun, man. I thank you, man. Thank you again for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You got any shout outs, Listo?
Oh yeah, man! I want to thank you, Greg, for coming out here. You know, I hit you up earlier.
No, for sure.
Or like a while back, you're always on our list. Like, you know, want to know your story. Got to know you a little bit better off the board because I was here at El Sereno, killing it, but I never really, sat down with you and talked to you like off the board. Like, well, how's this guy really off the board? You know, so I got some info off you, which is cool. You know, people might know you a little bit more. Thanks for coming out here. Shout out to number one God, my family, Skate Show, Where the Locals Sk8, Peralta behind the camera, the laptop, everything, and everybody out there watching, supporting.
Peralta?
I mean, Listo pretty much said it all, you know. Thank you for coming out, man. Appreciate you. I always love hearing everyone's story because I feel like we connect now. So, like, now whenever I see you out there, I'm being like, I feel like we're going to be on like a closer level.
Oh, yeah.
When I see you, more love for each other, you know?
For sure.
And then we're always going to be big supporters. When you make it to the Olympics,
hell yeah.
I'm going to be holding that big old fucking face. I'm going to be like, let's go, Greg.
With the Mexican flag, exactly. You know?
Shit, we'll fucking even paint your name on our stomachs and be like, yeah.
Well, you guys are one person. It's 4
I'll
letters.
leave that up to these guys over here.
Shit, we're going to have to fly wherever the Olympics are this year.
I'm not Bert Kreischer. I'm not taking my stomach out.
I don't give a fuck.
Also, and shout out the Mexican homies from Mexico.
Yes, shout out to them,
for
man.
making
Hey,
it all happen. You know?
yeah, skaters,
Dude,
dude,
and
supporting skaters. That's what it's about.
And definitely, like I told you earlier, I'm proud of how far you've come along, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When I met you, you were like
I was
coming up,
tiny, yeah.
and then now I'm like, dude. Every time I see your post, I'm just like, sick.
Yeah,
That's the
thank
homie. He's coming
Yeah.
up. I'm proud of him.
Thank you.
We may not see each other every day, but it's
No,
like
for
cool,
sure.
dude.
And you're just what, 21?
22. I'm about to be
22?
23
Oh,
soon.
yeah,
Okay.
You youngster, man.
You got a bright future coming up,
Thank
dude.
you.
And I can't wait to see you flourish,
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
dude.
All right, before we get out of here, we always give a random question to the guests. Let's see here. If you'd like to pick one.
The dinosaur one.
What celebrity would you hang out with?
Oh, okay.
That's a
Oh.
good one. But it already happened. It was with Nigel Houston.
Oh.
Nigel
Favorite
Okay.
skater. We ended up
All
going on a street sesh.
Okay, you consider Nigel a celebrity, huh?
Well, Nigel is a celebrity. Yeah, he is celebrity status.
What
He's
if
pretty
it
high.
wasn't a skateboarder?
What is the skateboarder? Probably Michael Jordan.
Michael
Always liked
Jordan?
basketball,
Damn,
That's a good
and
one.
you better be ready to gamble because that guy loves to gamble.
And
Yeah.
golf.
And well, the golf, yeah.
And cook. I heard he cooks too.
Mm-hmm.
I heard he has a restaurant somewhere.
Probably does.
There's
See,
no,
all
there's
those rich people. Have
no,
stuff
there's
like
a
that.
Michael Jordan steakhouse somewhere in the U.S.
I don't doubt it.
Yes.
Why
I don't
would
doubt
you
it.
want to spend a day with Michael Jordan?
I mean, growing up, like besides basketball, like my dad was like super into basketball. Like he was into basketball. Like he played like
Chicago
college.
Bulls,
Yeah,
you
he
said?
played. He played college basketball, but just always like growing up around like the basketball scene. I just had to always like. I would fan out if I see Michael Jordan. Of
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Have you
Hell
seen
yeah.
the movie Space Jam?
course.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Shout
a
out to
classic.
that. Shout out. All right, man. And thank you again for coming out here and sharing your
Thank you
story
for
with
having me.
us, man. I want to thank everybody out there for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Hit that all notification bell so you know when we're doing our damn thing. If you or you know someone that wants to be on the show, let us know. Do you have anybody that you want to see on our show?
Everybody. I'm not
Everybody?
Say anybody.
All right. Anybody and everybody, he said out there, leave us a comment, man. Send us a DM on Instagram at Where the Locals Sk8. You could also find me on Instagram, OG_skate show. Till next time. Peace.
We got the email.
Oh, you want to send an email? Or you can email us at wherethelocalskate@gmail.com.
There we go.
I almost had it nice and we didn't always have to give out the email, but it's all good.
Hey.
Thank you again. Till next time. Peace.